Welcome back, y'all. Lambo here, and today we are starting a new series, Throwback Thursday, and we're going to be going over the Sword and Shield block and see what's going on, see if things are moving at all, and what's up, because it's been a little dead over here lately, and interesting enough, we are starting to see some things move. And I think with the most recent set of Perfect Order, that a lot of people are starting to kind of turn back and look for some other products. So let's see what's going up in price and what people are kind of buying right now. And starting out, we have the special delivery Charizard from the Sword and Shield promo cards. And this one's up 46%. And we have a most recent sell here of $400, which is insane. Don't know what was going on there, but we can see that a lot of these ones are starting to push up to the $200 range. And I believe this is one that you were just able to pick up with any purchase on the Pokemon Center website back in the day. And if you're one of those people that were just spamming these, you printed serious $100 bills. And pretty cool art there with Pikachu riding on Charizard, and you'd love to see it. Vivid Voltage booster box case is slowly doing its thing. It's creeping up here. I believe the math, it's almost at $300 per booster box, and it's not jumping up too crazy. Had a nice little run there, but it's kind of chilled out. But Vivid Voltage is kind of one that I see get memed on a bunch, but up 26, almost 27% in 6 months. So we'll see if a lot of these sets start to move here pretty soon. And we have the Sword and Shield Elite Trainer box with the Zacian on it from Vivid Voltage. And I think this box is actually kind of sweet. I love Zacian and Zamazenta. And we got the box here at $280. Most recent sell is almost $400, so another interesting sell there. And we had 7 of these sold around $200, and a lot of these ones underneath are pretty much in that $300 range. So interesting enough that we are starting to see some of this product really start to run up. And poor Shining Fates, though, it's still chilling down here in the $100 range, but we've seen a little bit of a run up, but it's having a tough time pushing out past $120. But that day could be coming pretty soon, because with the SV era, we're starting to see a lot of the ETBs move. And interestingly, it seems like a lot of people are coming back to Sword and Shield and starting to snag up the ETBs here, and you're going to see plenty more coming up. And we have the Tyranitar V from Battle Styles starting to run back up. It's not quite where its high was back in October, but it's trying. You know, people are trying to push this Tyranitar up to the top, and we'll definitely keep an eye out and starting to sell quite a few. And Tyranitar is one of those fairly popular Pokemon. And we have the Blaziken VMAX that is starting to run up to its all-time high from Chilling Rain. And yeah, it's getting close. See if it can break up. I mean, someone's trying to sell for $350, and quite a few others are trying to sell around that price range. And we have here the Rayquaza from Evolving Skies, and the most recent sell we have is about $650, and which is well above the average here. And it kind of looks like most of the mint copies are selling around, or potentially selling around, this price range. And we're starting to see people turn their attention to Rayquaza with the potential mega set coming out. And that's why I think right now that Evolving Skies is kind of at that point where it's primed and ready to pump, because we can see the ETBs are going on quite a run here. And we have the set of two for, someone has it listed here for $1,100. And then we have most recent sell about $1,000. And we don't see a crazy sell volume here, but we are starting to see some items sold. And this is relating to the whole ETB. I would say it's a craze right now in the Scarlet and Violet era, and people are just starting to go back to Sword and Shield to snag these up instead of overpaying for the ETBs that are currently in the print window. And I think that's pretty smart, especially with these ones getting the set of the evolutions is pretty sweet. My daughter, every time she sees these, she goes crazy. And yeah, it's crazy that it's up in the $1,000 range. And we have the Glaceon, Vaporeon, Sylveon, Espeon. The most recent sell is $450 and up 37% over the last 3 months. And that's on the lower spectrum. A lot of people are starting to try to sell at the $500 range. And we also have the Celebrations Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box running up to most recent sell 750. What is that? 575. So we're looking like we're going to be well above that $500 range. And the closer we get to the 30th, I'm sure we're going to see more of the other product run. But right now, it just seems like everyone's so focused on these Elite Trainer boxes. And we have the Mew V. It's not at its all-time high or anywhere close to it, but it's starting to trend up. So we're starting to see some of the Fusion Strike singles go on a little bit of a run. And a lot of the near mint are close to $100. And we also have Celebi here, pushing up, most recent $72. And we're still chilling down here at like the $60 range. But those two cards are so good from Fusion. And same story, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box is pushing up almost, well, over $400, but the most recent sale here is at $500. And I feel like this is just where the hobby is focused right now, is on these Elite Trainer boxes. And even our regular here is, most recent sell is at $307, and it appears most everyone's trying to sell around that $300 range. And the booster boxes have kind of chilled out, but the ETBs are going on a crazy run, along with a lot of the singles. And we have the Charizard V from Brilliant Stars. The most recent sell is almost $320, well above the average here. And a lot of the near mint are selling around that $320 range. So we're starting to see a little run there for Charizard. And we have the Leafeon V-Star Special Collection of Brilliant Stars. And this one just is steadily climbing up. We're not seeing like a ton of sales, but I think it's interesting that this product is, for whatever reason, just slowly climbing up at its recent sell at $110. And we have Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, same story, up 32%. And most recent sell, $229. And we have the Mimikyu V from Brilliant Stars in that trainer gallery, and it just hit its all-time high of $52, and the most recent sell, $60. And this card is stinking cute. I love this one. And we have the Umbreon V, also from the Brilliant Star trainer gallery. Same story. It's kind of just creeping back up to its all-time high, and you can see, yeah, all-time high was about $56, most recent $55. So just starting to get back up to where it was, and there's a decent amount of sales there. And also the Umbreon VMAX. It's around most recent sell, $34. Probably not a good one, but pushing up to $90, which should be pretty close. Yeah, pretty similar to its all-time high. So Umbreon and all the other evolutions are just getting crazy love right now. And we have Astral Radiance Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Same story, pushing up close to $200 and seen a pretty decent amount of sales here, up 15% over the last 3 months. And same story, starting to push up over $200 on some of those sales. So we'll see how many of these start selling here. Especially, I think once Chaos Rising comes out, you're going to just see more and more of these ETBs being sold. With how small these new sets on the Mega Block are, you're going to just see more and more people go back to Sword and Shield. And we have the Starmie V from Astral Radiance Trainer Gallery, and this one is pushing up to about the $100 range. And it makes sense. Misty's had quite a few cards being featured in the SV era, and wouldn't be surprised if people are just throwing this in with their other Misty cards. And up 4% for the last 3 months. Nothing crazy, but it's always nice seeing these kind of cards go on little runs. And this is the one that just steals the show. We have the Bidoof Pillable Ditto from Pokemon Go. And this is hands down from the new game Pokopia. Everyone is going crazy for the Dittos. And it is single-handedly dragging Pokemon Go up to the moon. And this card is up 77%, most recent sale at $10.50. And yeah, we have those last few right there, but then it's straight to $20 with these cards. So we're gonna just, I don't know how high it'll go, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna start digging up their Dittos, so we could see it come down a little bit. But we also have the Spinner Rack Pillable Ditto up 35% and chilling out there with the most recent at $6, but market price $10. And yeah, you have anywhere from $10 to $30 on those Pillable Ditto cards. Really cool. And then we also have the Numel, and up 27.5%, most recent sell of $11.65. Kind of the same thing, where anywhere from $10 to $25. And I had to throw in the Radiant Venusaur, because when I did my tier list of Venusaurs, I actually threw in this card, the Radiant Venusaur. Couldn't resist. I just think it's actually drawn pretty well for Venusaur, and the petals in the background just look so good. And I'm happy to see that this one is kind of shot up over 30% over the last 3 months. So pretty sweet to see it getting appreciation, even though it's a pretty affordable, low priced card. I'm a huge sucker for the shiny Pokemon. And we have the Pokemon Go Special Collection. It's a set of 3, and it is up 25%. And we can see there's not a ton listed, but oh, it actually has all the different teams. I didn't notice that before. But it's pretty cool to see Pokemon Go going on its little run thanks to Ditto. And we have the Pokemon Go Center Elite Trainer Box Plus exclusive, up almost 32%. Most recent sell is at $280, and it is pushing for $300. And all those people that believed in Pokemon Go, they're going to be printing here. Pretty crazy. And the Pokemon Go pin collection set of 3 at $126, and we actually see a couple sold here in that $100 range. Most recent sell $126.90. Okay, so it matches that one. And You have someone doing 150. Pretty neat. And we have the Pokemon Go tin with Snorlax, and a couple of these have sold, and you can see in that $70 range is what they're being listed as. Snorlax is one of those Pokemon that's always fun. And we had the Pokemon Go pin collection with Bulbasaur specifically up almost 17%. We've had a few sold here in that $40 range. I'm sure that you were able to pick these up for dirt cheap back in the day. So pretty good if you held on to these. And we have the Pokemon Go Elite Trainer box, and it's up 35% on the last 3 months and pushing up to 140 on the most recent sale. Pretty crazy. Oh, everyone that dogged on Pokemon Go. I mean, this is why, even with Perfect Order being a stinker set, I don't know if it could get any worse than Pokemon Go. And it's up, if you bought it at $40 MSRP, it's up $100. And that just goes to show time can be your friend. When who would have thought that Ditto would become one of the most popular Pokemon? And we have Aerodactyl V, the alternative full art from Lost Origins, up 25%. And I'd never really looked at this card before, but now looking at it, that is a pretty legendary Jurassic Park looking card there. So it's up around, yeah, I like that 160 range. And I've heard a lot of people talk about this, especially streamers. So it makes sense that it's getting a lot of attention. And then we have this person near mint, almost $200, pretty crazy. And we have the Sword and Shield UPC Charizard case from Lost Origins. And this guy, we have 7 sold in this price range of pretty much $2,000. So now we can see it's just pushing up above $2,000. And this is definitely one of the supreme products of the Sword and Shield era. Pretty nutty. And we have the Arceus V-Star Premium Collection pushing 250, almost 300. And then we have a bunch underneath. I mean, maybe once those get sold, ooh, it's going to push up to $500. Pretty crazy Arceus. And we have Lost Origins, the Elite Trainer box. That same trend we were talking about with the ETBs, pushing up to, man, almost to $200. Most recent sell, $190. So we'll definitely see how quickly these start to push up past $200. And we have the Pikachu V Lost Origin Trainer Gallery, and most recent sell is $100, and we even have a lightly one here for $106. And over the last 3 months, up 5%. It's always cool when you see red in there. I believe that's red. It's not ash. And we have Gengar from the Lost Origin Trainer Gallery, up to about $50. You can see it kind of feel like it's benefiting from Ascended Heroes Gengar, and everyone's just showing their love for Gengar right now. I don't know if this is, yeah, it's right about to where its all-time high was. So we'll see if it breaks out from its all-time high. And we have the Lugia V from Silver Tempest, and the most recent sell is $450. And I think there's kind of a agreement here that this deserves to be, well, it's undervalued right now. So we'll see how quickly these lightly played and these near mints start to run up well past $400. And I definitely think there is an argument to make that this is one of the best cards from the SV era for sure. And we have the Silver Tempest booster bundles, and we can finally see that they're almost pushing up to $100. And it's crazy that 151 has completely eclipsed the Silver Tempest booster bundles. And maybe Silver Tempest here is starting to play a little bit of catch up, try to catch up to 151, and I don't know how long it'll take for that to happen, but we can see that most of the other listings are right around $100. And we have the Pikachu Secret from Crown Zenith, and this is at its all-time high of about $56, and most recent sell about $60. And this is a really, really good looking card. And we have the Radiant Charizard. This one also made it into my top Charizards. Like I said, sucker for shinies. I can't help it. I honestly don't really care for Blastoise's shiny. That's okay. And this one is up 50% over the last 3 months. And obviously the most recent sale there, $8, lightly played right there. But I think for the near mint, yeah, you're pushing about 12 bucks. And I mean, what was the low there for a while? You could have been picking this up for $3. So I wish I could have found more when it was cheaper, but it's okay. And Crown Zenith Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box Plus is most recent sale is $500, and we're actually starting to see not a crazy amount of these sold, but we are starting to see some people buy them. And yeah, I mean, 500 is low compared to all the other. It's $600. This could be one that really starts to shoot up here pretty soon. And we have the Crown Zenith Premium Figure Collection with the shiny Zamazenta, and most recent sell is $250, and quite a few have been selling here. And I think that we're really starting to see Crown Zenith pick back up again. And the booster bundle here, most recent sus at $80, but market price were about $180. And we could definitely be seeing this up at $200 before we know it. And I definitely think it makes sense for it to be kind of, if 151 can do what it's doing, I definitely think Crown Zenith should be doing about the same numbers. And we have the other premium figure collection with Zacian here, obviously the favorite, up about $300, and selling a couple here and there. And we have the one with Unknown V and Lugia, and I think it's its all-time high. Yep, all-time high, right around the 115, 120, most recent at 130. And once we go through these lower guys, I mean, really everyone's asking for pretty close to $200. And wait, how many packs are in here? Wow, only 5. Interesting. And we have the Pikachu from Crown Zenith pushing up above that $45-ish, and someone's asking for about 60 on a near mint, but had to throw this one in. Super cute, and Pikachu's going crazy, and Ascended Heroes. And we have the Entei V, and this one's pushing up above $50, almost $60, and I believe that it's right around its, oh no, it passed its all-time high. Pretty cool to see that. Mewtwo V is pushing up north of $200. We have 210 there for the most recent sales, and then yeah, the near mints are right around that $250 range. Yeah, my LGS had one. I couldn't pull the trigger. Oh, I can't bring myself to buy this card. Like, it's a cool card. I don't love the way it's drawn. Mewtwo kind of looks like an onion head to me. The Charizard looks cool though. It's just hard when some of these positions drawing Mewtwo just is super weird. And the Raikou from Crown Zenith up around that $50 range. The graphs here are a little janky, but yep, I think it's up to its all-time high for the year. And the Crown Zenith cards are just so good. We got Darkrai, most recent at $55, going a nice 6% increase for the 3-month. Suicune, most recent sale around $50. Also getting back up to its all-time, I think it's actually at its all-time high, at least according to TCG Player. And then the last card that we have to finish it off with Ditto. And this guy is up 201%. And man, $20. Love to see it. What was it at? Low point. $3. So funny. So pretty great. Love to see when these Pokemon start to go on runs from things outside of the card hobby, and it's just a testament of how strong Pokemon is as an IP and as a game, as a just a overall franchise, and why we're here collecting and investing in the Pokemon is because Pokemon does a good job in investing in itself, and it sets the table very well. And let me know what you guys were surprised by. It's definitely surprising to see some of those ETBs, how fast those are starting to run up, and also these Ditto cards are just going nutty. And out of all the Ditto cards, which one are you picking up? For me, I would pick this one up just because that's how your character's face looks in the Pokopia game. And appreciate you guys stopping by. If you appreciate the Throwback Thursday, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week. Peace.